Hey everyone, welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and hopefully that wasn't too loud, but I'm so glad that you're here. We got a lot to talk about tonight. It's Friday night, everyone. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Let's go. Love the weekend. Pumped that you're here. Been wanting to pump out this video for a number of days, but here we are. Got it in. And I just have a confession to make, everyone. I've got a confession to make. I know for you guys and girls that are regulars here, you are going to be shocked, but I'm still grieving. I'm still grieving, everyone. Why is Z, or as we should say, Canadians should say it, Zed. Why is Zed gone? Couldn't have they found a way to keep Zadorov? Because now Zadorov's a Bruin, everyone. A Bruin of all teams. Of all teams, why Boston? I mean, I get it from Boston's perspective, but couldn't he be gone somewhere else? Please, please, please go somewhere. No. Not only does he go somewhere else, he goes to the Boston Bruins, the team that beat us in Game 7. 4-0, 2011. Awful memory. Everything was going great until that last game. You know, a lot of Canuck fans are still grieving about that. Still upset, and I get it. I understand why you're mad, you're upset. That was disappointing. I don't understand the riot stuff. I don't get that, but I am sitting here and going, wow. How did this work, everyone? How did this work? And so tonight we're going to talk about it. I'm going to get into it. This is probably my last video that I ever do on Zadorov, and this is it. This is the I don't know what did I just do there? I don't know. Whining, complaining. I'm still sad. I'm still grieving. I can't believe that he's gone. And I know today is what? It's July. Where's my calendar on my computer here? Let's just go to my phone. July 5th. July 5th. It was 4 days ago 5 days ago now when he got moved. 5 days ago, everyone. 4 days, 5 days. I don't know. It's all been a blur. It's been a sad number of days. And I can't believe that he's not on Vancouver. I know Shannon and I are too. You know what? I've been on a lot of streams and I watched a lot of videos. There's a lot of people that are still typing, we can't believe he's gone. I mean, Thomas Drance even says things like that can't believe that he's gone. You know what I mean? So there we go. So that thing's moving. So I'll just turn that down a bit. Okay, let's dive into it, everyone. But before we do, just a reminder, I do Canucks content that is passionate. You're going to hear passion tonight, everyone. It's realistic, and it's honest. My honest takes. Even if you don't like it, I'm sharing it because I'm sad that he's gone, okay? Please hit the like and subscribe. Even just for a pity like and subscribe tonight, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that, okay? So this seems a little bright. Let's get it down a little bit more here. Okay, so let's dive in. Let's dive into this tonight together. But follow me on Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube. Just search Kempner Canucks, and we're there. We're there. Okay, I got a number of things we're going to do, and then I'm going to get into all the comments from everyone here. I also have a video that I want to show you that is, in my opinion, hilarious. So here's the big question I want you to answer. Post it in the comments tonight. Do you think it's a mistake that the Canucks allowed Z to walk, or Zed to walk? I should put Zed. Or do you just think it was smart hockey management? That's the question. That's the question. Do you think it was a mistake? And I'm leaning that way, okay? I'm leaning that way. But maybe it was just smart hockey management, and I just got to get over it. Maybe. All right. Let's dive into this because it's going to be a good one. I think this is going to be a really great video. By the way, I'm just going to take this banner off the top of my head here. because I want to just concentrate on this. Okay. So Zadorov gets $5 million times 6 years. The question is that too much money? Is it too much term? Is it both? I don't know. I don't know. All I know is he's a monster hitter. Look, think about all the hits that he had in the regular season, and then they were amplified in the playoffs. When he hit Yossi, when he hit Kane into the bench, and like this guy is the guy who you want on your team. And not only is he a monster hitter, because there's more to him than being a hitter, right? But he's hilarious. He's absolutely hilarious. Some of the best interviews you can get in hockey. And in my personal take, and it's not all about those kind of things, but in my personal take, I think there's too many boring interviews. And we're going to get into that a little more. Like, he's just a hilarious guy. He's funny. The cheap shots he takes, we'll talk about that a little bit more. The question is, for you as a Canucks fan, for management, was it too much money? Because I heard a rumor that they actually offered him 5 million times 6. And so I can't believe that he would actually just walk and go to Boston and he got offered the exact same money. I think he wanted to stay in Vancouver. I really, truly believe that he wasn't lying to us. He might have been lying to us, everyone. Was he lying or not? I don't know. It had to have been 5 times 5 or 4.7 or 4.95 times. I don't know what it was, because I'm confused. Why wouldn't he take this if this was what was offered to him? So I don't think no longer that was offered to him. Maybe it was 5 times 5. Maybe he wanted the extra year of stability. And that's what he said he wanted with his family, right? It's just an interesting question. Have you guys, girls, heard anything different? Okay, let's get into the debate, because it does lead into this question here. Is it too much? Is it too long? Here's the debate. Is Zadorov a third pairing D, or is he a second pairing D? And this is the one that rages. And I'm the guy who says he's a second pairing D. Now, most of his career, he has been a third pairing D. Okay? A third pairing D. But this is my opinion. Okay? He was a third pairing D in Vancouver until the playoffs hit, and then he started becoming a second pairing guy. That was the difference. And to me, I think he would have continued to be on the second line, not the third line in Vancouver. That's just my opinion. Now, you need to remember something about Zadorov that's really important. Why Alvin and Rutherford wouldn't go higher than what they offered. Because at the end of the day, it was just not going to fit the scheme. There was other places they had to fill. You saw exactly what they did with that money, right? We are seeing what happened with not having Lindholm, with not having Zadorov. That money went somewhere else. They couldn't even get a sniff at Gensel, and they went after other players. And I'm not saying it's wrong, but I think he's a second pairing defenseman, in my opinion, now with his experience. Now, before he came to Vancouver, I'm telling you this, his MO was he turned over the puck a lot. His MO was that he was a third pairing guy. That he didn't always play great hockey. But you know what? When he came to Vancouver and played 54 games, everyone, he played great hockey, in my opinion. He was very good. I think there was only 2 games out of those 54. I'm like, yeah, he had a rough night tonight. He was fantastic. And I don't think that we should negate that fact that he had Tocchet and Foote, all the coaching staff there. And that's why he had the best time of his career. That's the best hockey he's played. Okay. So in my opinion, everyone, he shouldn't have left Vancouver. But if you're going to leave Vancouver, you want to go to another team that has good coaching, has good culture, and he picked a great place for him. Bad for us, good for him, right? He goes to the Boston Bruins, has a winning culture, has a tough culture. But we need to remember, guys, girls, that he's played over 600 NHL games. Like there's a lot of tape on him, and it's really, really interesting. So he can score, he can hit, he's hilarious. Let's get into some other things. The Zadorov intangibles are absolutely important. Let's talk about the 3 I's in the intangibles, okay? Intimidation, intelligence, and interviews, okay? So intimidation, there is just something nice about having an enforcer on your team. How many times did he lay someone out, or someone else got laid out, one of the guys, and they get up, they want to go fight someone, and they see it's Zadorov, and they're like, I'm good. I'm good. Hey, I'm mad, but I'm not going to get it. They wouldn't drop the gloves with Zadorov. Very few people fought Zadorov, and rightfully so. Not that he's the greatest Canucks fighter we've ever seen. He is not. But his size, he was like Drago from Rocky. I will break you, that kind of guy. Like that's what's happening here, people. His intimidation factor alone is one of the intangibles that you want. People, I mean, you do not tell me that McDavid and Draisaitl and Hyman and Nugent Hopkins, when they're like, oh, Calgary's traded Zadorov. Yes, he's gone. We don't have to play him again. No, he's in Vancouver. Oh, they would have been upset. I mean, Nashville hated playing against him, and rightfully so. And then he's just an intelligent guy. I think he played great hockey. His intelligence, he's witty. I just think he's a real smart hockey player. He understands the crowd. He reads the room. He's a good teammate. The guys love playing with Zadorov. So intelligence, I think he's a smart hockey guy. He's a smart businessman too. I am frustrated, though. He says, oh, you've priced yourself on the market. Well, who said that? I mean, come on, bro. You did. You priced yourself out. You wanted $5 million times 6 years. I'm sorry, but there's only a few teams that can even afford that, never mind want to pay that. And you found some teams that were willing to offer you big money. But his interviews, guys, like I just said, the comments about Calgary alone was worth it. He was sitting there and he was saying, remember what he said, everyone? He was like, Calgary's not even the best team in Alberta or the most popular team in Alberta. He's like, of course the Oilers are better than the Flames. I mean, what a burn to his old team. I mean, he was mad because they didn't offer him a good contract. But come on. That was worth this price. That was worth the price of admission right there, right? Some of the things that he said in over the years, and think about this one. Don't call me Big Z, he says when he goes to Boston. He goes, I'm not even half as good as Zdeno Chara. That's Big Z. Don't call me Big Z. Like his interview, he's such a smart interviewer. He's an intelligent hockey player. He's a great teammate. These are the intangibles that you can't take for granted, everyone. Okay? Oh, yeah. And another thing, guys, girls, he produced in the playoffs. In fact, he was incredible in the playoffs. Loved watching him play. Even people who weren't fans of Vancouver, or like, I shouldn't say weren't fans, but they're the fans who only watch when it's a big game. They're all talking about Zadorov. My wife's like, what? We traded Zadorov. My sons are like, what? Why would we trade Zadorov? Let Zadorov go? We didn't trade him. Why would we let him go? It's like everyone's baffled. That doesn't make any sense. It all comes down to the dollar and the term, right? So I don't know. Did the Canucks offer him the exact same deal? Because if they did, I don't get it. Now, speaking of playoffs, this is what people say about it. There's that recency bias. Oh, you guys, you just have recency bias. You're overpaying Zadorov. You're overpaying Zadorov. Why? Because of his playoffs? No. It's because of intangibles, because he can score, because he can hit, because he's a great person, he's a great teammate, he wanted to be here, all those things. That's why. All this, this recency bias. Can I tell you guys and girls something? All of you guys and girls who've said many thought it's just because of recency bias or that they thought it was too much money or term. Listen, around the league, people thought he was worth a lot of money, and Boston agreed and paid him more than we offered him, apparently. So we're not the only ones. Oh, you fans, you're so stupid because you're going off of recency bias. Guess what? Boston paid huge money and huge term for a guy who produced in the playoffs, who plays Bruins style hockey. They even went and got Lindholm. Listen, I'm on a major rant tonight. They even got Lindholm, who did not play good for us in the regular season, but played great for us in the playoffs because the playoffs matter. The Boston Bruins are trying to win a Stanley Cup, so they're surrounding their team with playoff players, and I have no idea why the Vancouver Canucks would not do the same. I need to take a breath. I'll tell you what I think had happened. This is just my best guess, okay? What I think happened was Zadorov, the contracts with Zadorov broke off, and then they started signing everyone else. So it wasn't July 1st or July 30th, whatever, or June 30th, okay? I believe it happened a few days before that. I think that no one said anything, but that's what happened, okay? And let me show you what I mean by that. I've got a graphic here. I can't wait to show you this video, by the way. I'm going to be showing it to you real quick here. If you haven't hit that like and subscribe, please do. I mean, this is the passionate, realistic, honest conversations you get with me, okay? So it's a little hard to see. Yeah, that way. In the middle, June 27th, I believe this is when, either the 26th or the 27th, when Canuck management heard, no, Zadorov's not going to be taking that offer. He's going to be going to free agency. And then all of a sudden, not only did they sign Bluger, but it's like they went and signed Dakota Joshua and Tyler Myers on the 27th. When that happened, it was over. The discussion's over. This is just my opinion. I haven't heard from anyone, not my sources, nobody, okay? Because once they decided to pay Joshua $3.25 million, I think that it was starting to, the window was closed. Then they went and got Tyler Myers. Like, that's the very next player that was signed in the NHL. It was a domino effect that happened. It just went down with, right? I like sound effects. And here he is, right? $3.25 million for Dakota Joshua, who just had a career year. He hasn't played this good except for last season. So cool. You want to go that way. I just think it's like, okay, Zadorov, you're not coming. We're going to do this. We got to pivot. And they exactly what they did. They went and got Joshua. They got Myers. And they're like, okay, good, cool. So what happened was they solidified their third forward and their second line defenseman with Myers. So it went Hughes and Hronek, and then it goes Soucy, Myers, and we're good. That's what we had last year. And so we lost Zadorov, who could be replacing Soucy, but he's fine. We're good. We're good. And that's exactly what happened. This is the domino effect I believe that happened. That's my best guess. But yeah, I do need to, I don't know. I don't even know if I need to apologize, everyone. But I'm still grieving. The question is, did we actually replace Zadorov, or did we just fill his spot? Because I'll tell you a couple things about that, okay? Did you know that there's so many Boston Bruins fans that are happy that Forbert is gone? They can't believe that Vancouver signed him. Like, he didn't play very many games last year. Like, there's a lot of people are like, you're crazy to have him. Now he's a third pairing defenseman. So it doesn't, like, we can replace those guys, right? We didn't pay him a lot of money. So it is what it is. Look at his stats, everyone. And let's look at his stats, and then I'll show you this video. Okay. So we got to move this banner off here first. So I just want to show you Zadorov and Juleson, okay, for first point, okay? Both played 54 games. Zadorov scored 4 more goals, had 3 more assists. Offensively, Juleson was half the player that Zadorov was, okay? Penalty minutes, Zadorov obviously had played way more time, an extra two minutes, okay? Extra 2 minutes. Had way more penalties, got a bunch of fights in there, so we're going to add those in. I mean, when he got ejected, suspended, so there was that. I think that's a 10-minute misconduct, a major, right? So that was there. But 22 minutes, 102, okay? Block shots, Juleson had better block shots. Way more. Same amount of games, everyone. But then you look at the hits. This is the thing. Everyone's like, oh, Zadorov's the biggest hitter out there. He's amazing. He's unbelievable, blah, blah, blah. And he is. He throws Trouba, crazy, monster, Chara, hits, okay? He hits like that. He's got the intimidate. He like hits you like a Mack truck, okay? But Juleson had 164 hits, and Zadorov only had 124. And then giveaways, they were the same. And everyone thinks that Juleson was the giveaway king, and Zadorov, but Zadorov played 2 more minutes more. So yeah, so he is better. Zadorov, they're similar. Let's just say they're similar. Okay. They're similar. But one's 27, one's 29, and one's making 775,000. And now Zadorov's making 5 million. You just look, you can compare him to Soucy's numbers, right? So not very many hits. He had more block shots in less games. You're talking in less games, he had 6 points. He didn't have a lot of points. He had hardly any penalty minutes. He hardly had any giveaways. And we're paying 3.35. And that's why I think the Canucks thought, okay, we're going to do smart hockey. And really the comparison should be Forbert and Soucy, because they're left-handed shot defense, and it should not be Desjardins and Juleson, okay? But I thought it would just be a good comparison. Okay, I'm almost ready for questions from the chat, okay? And if you're not here live and you're watching this later, please post a comment, okay? This is a very long video to understand what I'm kind of coming at it from all different ways. Now, I watched Locked On Canucks today with Kyle Bowen and Trevor Beggs, and they produce a lot of Canucks content, and I post comments in there a fair bit. But today, there were people in there complaining that they're missing Zadorov, and I said, I do too. And I said, I don't know if there's a Canucks fan out there that misses him more than me. That I'm the guy. I'm the guy who's going to miss him the most. I don't know if it's true, but I feel like it's true. Okay. And they responded this way. I want to show you what Kyle said, and it's hilarious because he does. I know what he's saying, everyone, but the way he says something that's really awkward. So it's just so awkward. It's funny. Let me just show you what they said.
Comment goes to Kepner Canucks. Go check out his channel. This guy is an optimistic Canucks fan, and he's saying that I think I don't know what this comment really means, but I think he's saying that he still misses Nikita Zadorov, and he's about to make another video on Nikita Zadorov. Kepner, can you play the reggaeton music, Trevor, or some like Hindu music? Like, Kepner, you got to get over it, okay? Big Z, how about Big D? You need. Hey, Kepner, you need some Big D in your life, okay? Not Big Z. You need that Big D in your life, a.k.a. Vincent Desharnais, okay? Make a video about Vincent Desharnais.
Yeah,
and absorb that big D.
Okay, that was hilarious. It was too good. I told Kyle I'm making videos on this. I don't listen, Kyle. I don't need any more big. I don't need any big D in my life. If you're going that way, but Desharnais, love the guy. But Oilers fans are saying, I can't believe that Vancouver went and signed him. Some people say he's the biggest pylon out there. He's not a good hockey player. He's not a good skater. I believe that the Canucks can do something with his skill set. That's why they gave him 2 years. But listen, Kyle, I've already made a video called The Big Blue Line, brother. The Big Blue Line. You should go check it out. And I talk about Desharnais there. Okay. I talk about Forbert. I talk about Myers. I talk about Susie. So I have made a video, but you know what? I'm sad that he's still a Bruin. I'm sorry. I can't just push away my feelings. In fact, counselors say that's one of the worst things you can do is just stuff your emotions down. I need some therapy right now. I'm getting this out. This is therapeutic for me making video like this. This is going to be my last video, bro. I'm the guy who was there and saying, we need to sign Zadorov back. I'm the guy who said, we're going to bring him back. Don't you worry. I was wrong, right? I was the guy at the stadium, bro, that had the sign and said, sign Zadorov now. I was the guy. And so I can't just flip a switch and go, oh, get over it. It's been 4 days, 5 days, bro. That's it. I'm still sad. So I don't need, I wanted some big Z. I don't want any big D in my life. Oh, okay. Last thing, everyone. I hope you found that was funny. Thanks, Kyle, for giving me some good content there. Here's the last thing, everyone. I want to talk about Toronto fans. Listen, Toronto fans are so excited that Jake DeBrusk is no longer a Boston Bruin. Why? Because he was a playoff killer. That guy, DeBrusk, is a Leaf killer, everyone, in the playoffs. I think in Game 7, I think, didn't he score the winner? I mean, Jake DeBrusk they're so happy he's gone. But guess what? I got bad news for you, Steve Dangle, who, by the way, you're my favorite. I love your podcast. You're the best. But Steve, you're the guy who's like, I'm so pumped Jake DeBrusk gone. Guess what? I got bad news for you and Leaf Nation. Yeah, DeBrusk is gone, but Zadorov is there, and you thought you're going to be fine. He's going to punish you guys, and that's just going to be a fact. So, all right, I have ranted for 28 and a half minutes, everyone. This is wild. I knew that. I knew it. I knew it was going to be difficult. All right, let's get into some questions. But before you do, you're getting the passionate, realistic, and honest Canucks content. And of course, everyone, follow my socials on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. Follow me on Kempner Canucks. All right. Okay, let's dive in. Okay. All right. So first guy here was Coach Rob. Good to have you. Of Japan 4 jumped in. Great to have everyone here, everyone. Yeah, everyone's here. Everyone's in the building. Pumped that everyone's here. At least he's in the Eastern Conference. Great point, Todd. Great point. Is it Nabil? Is that how you say it? Nabil? Nabil? I don't know how to say your name. I apologize. I please do not unsubscribe for me because I'm the worst at pronouncing names. I think deep down he wanted to go to Boston. He said it himself in an interview. I don't think so, but that's cool. He also said, he also said him and his family love Vancouver, but who knows? Paying a 5'6" D-man 5 sheets a year isn't ideal. You're right. If he's just a third pairing guy, it makes sense. Just move on, right? Bro, I made a video, Del. I made a video on the love affair that Canucks fans have. Guess what? Canucks fans have love affairs. We are obsessed with certain players. Gensel was one of those players, everyone. Some people still have a bromance with Kuzmenko. with Cam Neely, with name whoever, right? Mine is Zadorov. I was all in. I was in love with the thought that he was going to sign for 5 or 6 more seasons, and I was going to buy his jersey. Like I was going to take, was it this? No, I was going to take my black skate jersey. I was going to put Zadorov on the back. I literally was waiting for him to sign, and I was sending it. I was shipping it out to get it done. I was not going to do it until. So yes, it's not time for me to move on, bro. I'm not going to be a Bruins fan. I will cheer for Zadorov. I will not cheer for the Bruins. I just want to see him hit people and get in fights. That's all I care about right now. Yeah, I know, Del, you're right. Zed was, the walk was responsible cap management. I agree. Yeah. Mark says is no smart hockey. I'm hearing from sources he plays good for 1 year. Okay. I'm more upset that MJ is getting. Yeah, I know, man. I love MJ, greatest basketball player of all time. Hey, Lyndon, he's getting paid to play top 4. He's never played top 4 minutes until this year in the playoffs, and he got paid. His sample size was extremely small, and I wish Zed would have taken less to say. I wish that as well. Guess what? Joshua made $800,000 last year and cashed in on a career year $3.2 million. Zadorov made $3.75 million and went to 5. It's like Joshua went up higher than that, but I mean, obviously Joshua's getting paid peanuts. So you're right, though. I wish he would have stayed less. Japan 4. If Zadorov wanted to stay here, he would have signed here. I think they only offered him 4.5 for 5 years. They did that before the playoffs started. So then they came in with another offer after that. So, and I heard multiple reports that it was 5 million times 5 or 6 years. Like I think it was 6 years. So maybe was a wrong report. He was enamored with the Bruins franchise. I mean, he's a huge Chara fan. He's Russian, and he wanted to be like Chara. Everyone. I mean, why not? It's like all the Swedes want to play for Vancouver because you know what? In Sweden, they're walking around with Canucks jerseys because almost all the stars have come to Vancouver. We're talking about Pettersson. We're talking about Naslund. We're talking about Markstrom. We're talking about Edler. You know what I mean? The list goes on and on and on and on and on. Hoaglander's here, right? Like that. It's amazing, everyone. Elvin offered him the same money in term. Oh, man, that hurts if it's true. Yeah, Mark, good, smart hockey. Liked Zadorov, but hearing he plays good for 1 season. Yeah, Vincent Desharnais is taller. Yeah, he doesn't. Okay, listen. These two guys are not the same. There's a reason why Desharnais got released and is getting paid $2 million, which a lot of people think he's getting overpaid, okay? Now, I think the Foot and the Tocchet and the Gonchar, coaching staff is going to make him play better, but he's way worse of a defenseman than Zadorov. I don't know anyone that's going to say that. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. We're going to find out. I like it that Desharnais is on our team, but he's a number 6 defenseman, everyone. He's not a number. He's not going to be like, he's only playing top 4 minutes if there's injury. Yeah, I did give them coaching some credit for his resurgence. Yep. I exactly talked about that. And you're right. His contract might not age well in Vancouver. Yep. Or in Boston, I mean. Yeah, I don't know. Japan 4 doesn't make sense. Yeah, actions speak louder than words. Yeah, he loves sound bites. I care about that, but maybe you don't. Maybe he thinks Boston has a better chance to win over us. I would think that's true at this stage because they were the best regular season team in NHL history 2 years ago. Should have won the Stanley Cup, lost in the first round to Florida. And then Florida's just turned into a juggernaut for the last 2 seasons, knocked them out again. So but maybe not. Maybe the Vancouver Canucks are a better team. Maybe. But I think those two trades, Lindholm and Zadorov, greatly improve Boston's chances. We'll see. But I believe in Vancouver, man. I'm telling you right now, I love this, but I'm not sure about the additions. We'll see what happens. Intangibles, cap, strapped, OEL, and Mikheyev money. I know. You're right, Brian. Leah says that he obviously didn't want to be here. Okay. He didn't want to stay. Others took pay cuts to stay on the team. And there's nothing wrong with not taking a pay cut. You don't have to take a pay cut. I'm telling you right now, if Gensel hit the market, he wasn't taking a pay cut to come to Vancouver, everyone. Heinen took less to come to Vancouver. That's right, because he's from Langley. Guys, that's why he wouldn't have done that if he wasn't from Langley. Despite Boston's acquisitions, sorry, I'm not mad at anyone. I'm just passionate. Despite Boston's acquisitions, Vancouver is still better than Boston. Okay, that sounds great. Canucks are 1900 plus 1900 to win, and Boston's okay. Cool. Jeevan, good to have you. Justin, Trev, everybody we signed left money on the table with us. They wanted to be here. That's fine, and that's their choice. There's nothing wrong with that. Go for it. But I don't blame anyone who wanted to make their money. Listen, it's a short career that these guys have. I looked at 2 sites, and Boston is ahead of us by 1 or 2 spots. Okay. I love Zed, but if he doesn't end up being a second pairing guy, that contract, yes, you are right. Todd, you're right. I don't trust Juleson. He makes dumb decisions. Look at the comparison, though. Man, Zadorov and Juleson had similar numbers, everyone. You guys see Jay Fresh Standings predictions has us tying Edmonton for the President's Trophy, and other fans are ticked. Yeah, Jack, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. We're good. Yeah. So, Jack, if we had Demko, if we had Besser in Game 7, do we not win that game? I think we do. Alvin wanted Gensel too. He did. Just didn't get an opportunity. Yeah, we are just one of 10 teams that wanted Z and or G. Yep. Ryan says, I respect Zadorov and Lindy for chasing that bag, probably. But you got to think, they are already millionaires. Well, you guys got to remember, in Canada, guys, I think, don't you get taxed by half? Half your money goes away right now. Boston has a better tax spot than us. So, I don't know. You think he's making $5 million? He's not. He's making $2.5 million, everyone. And then you're like, oh, well, poor boo-hoo. Just saying. And surely at some point, players would value winning a cup. I think he's got a chance to win the cup in Boston, and he had a chance to win it in Vancouver. He could go either spot. Oiler fans are full. They aren't getting back to the final if they don't keep drawing LA first round. Interesting take. Todd, the only thing I heard about Forbert was he's good. Yeah, he's a good PK guy. That's right. That's all I've heard. And good at stopping cross seam passes. Well, okay. I mean, he's a number 5 defenseman, number 6 defenseman on the team. So he's got to have some kind of skill sets, right, to stay on the team. But that's where the Oilers killed us. Hopefully that helps us in the playoffs, helps us in the regular season. Yeah, I hope they can help him just like they did with Myers. Wasn't that hilarious, guys? Oh, man, Kyle, you guys, you made my day, man, when you were talking about that. Oh, that was awesome. You need the brown. No, thanks. Oh, my goodness, man. Paying a few players instead of going after one stud is going to hurt us this year. Maybe. You're probably right, though. Just give Grogu a hug. You'll be over him. I know. I just need some more time, everyone. Our problem last year was scoring the playoffs, and we did absolutely nothing to fill that need. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from, Japan 4. I think DeBrusk is going to score 32, 33 goals this year. I think he's going to help us. He's better. And what I think is that he's better than Lindholm because we needed a winger. We didn't need another centerman, even though I think Lindholm brings more to the table in regards to face-offs, penalty kill, playing a two-way. Actually, DeBrusk is a two-way player. I don't know. I'm excited about DeBrusk. You could be right though that we didn't. Well, but if you look, you were there last night, right? You saw how many shots Heinen and Sherwood generate. Hopefully they can score a little bit more as well. Yeah, you've been saying since the beginning that we weren't keeping him. Well, we tried to keep him. You think it would have been a mistake? Yeah, that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion, and I have no problem with that. I think we are doubling down on Tocchet system, hard to play against, and no offense. Yeah. And to be honest, I don't hate Zadorov, by the way. Yeah, I know. He's awesome. I just think Foot and Tocchet can replace a guy like that for cheaper. And they did. They did replace him. I don't know if they just filled the spot or they replaced him. I don't know. We'll see. Guess we need to look at junior A or college level for the big boys, 6'5" and over. Yeah. I also think like Vilander and DPD. DPD plays left-handed defense there. I think he could be a legit option on that bottom pairing and get him some minutes. I think he's gonna. I wouldn't be surprised if next season, everyone can't be actually, but if they are both regulars, I would not be surprised because Forber's only a 1-year deal, and Desharnais is just a 2-year deal and only making $2 million. So I wanted Zadorov to stay, but it wouldn't have been it would have been a mistake paying him $5 million. Yeah, you're probably right. So what you're saying is one of the new D-men we got is going to do that? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think anyone's going to replace Z or Z. I signed 6'5" and over on my NHL 24 franchise. It's cool D pairing though. Yeah, dude, the hits you must be able to do in that game is crazy. Not signing Zed for $5 million will age well. Kim, you're probably right, but right now it hurts, bro. Right now it hurts. While I don't share your passion for Zadorov, I understand it. Thank you, Kel. Thank you. Michael Jordan is the goal. Yes, he is. Japan, I think his production and intimidating factor will be replaced. Yes, I mean, yeah, stats wise, I don't think the intimidation piece is going to be changed. I don't think the monster hits are going to be changed, but I hope I'm wrong. Callum, good to see you. Yeah, Samuelson, right? Yeah, is the other one. Way too soft. I know. We got to get stronger, bigger. But Japan 4, don't you think getting Sherwood was a step in the right direction? Don't you think going to get DeBrusk is a step in the right direction? He plays two-way hockey. He wanted to be in the West. Like this guy, yeah, I don't know. Maybe his inconsistencies you're nervous about, but I can understand the Forbert thing and the Desharnais thing, and I can understand that, but not that Sherwood's going to light the lamp, but he's going to bring toughness, man. So you got Sherwood and Joshua now that are forwards who have those many hits, and if the defensemen can keep up the hits even to the level where they're at, I think we're going to be tough to play against, my friend. I don't think we're going to be soft, but we could make a trade too, right? We have all Swedes and Americans. Yeah, I mean, last year was all North Americans and Canadians. That's what it was. And we still have a number of Canadians on our team, but we picked up a couple more Swedish players as well. Yeah, Sedins, Oland. Yeah, like that's why they love them there, man. There's so many. We all have no lives without Canucks hockey right here, right? I know, man. It's sad. We better hope so because those guys are slow. Yeah. They are slow, man. I'm worried about that. Callum Fax, Matt Sundin. I mean, we had so many Swedes. That's why the Swedish guys want to come play here. Disrespectful Junior, good to see you. It's been a while. Word on the street, Zadorov is a big Boston cream. I don't think the Swedes suck. What do you mean Sweden is the third best country for hockey? I don't even know. Who's the Canada, United States? Would that be the next one? Russia? Sweden? I don't know. Wahlberger is a huge fan of Marky Mark. He probably is. Personalized, please don't kick Japan for out of the show. Guys, come on. You should have seen Personalized last night was on fire. He was great. I just triggered you. How did I trigger you? Okay, DeBrusque took less too. Did he? Everyone says that DeBrusque got overpaid. That's why Boston didn't stay with Boston. 5.5 for his production? I think he got overpaid, but not by much. Yeah, Zadorov did chase the bag. In fact, that's what I expected, and he deserves it. That's why I said he was going to walk from the beginning. I'd love to play for Vancouver as a BC guy. Absolutely. I'd pay. You know who didn't take a pay cut, guys? Who lives here? Brendan Dillon. He went and got $4 million, everyone. I would have loved to have him as our third pairing defenseman. That would have made me happy, but he went and got $4 million for 3 seasons, and he's like 33 years old, everyone. So Heinen came and took a pay cut to come here. Yes. Most people won't do that. Tyler Myers didn't even really take, I mean, he's not worth 6, but he just got 6 for the last 6 seasons, right? He's been overpaid for 6 seasons. And everyone's like, he's going to sign for $2 million. I'll take him for 2. He went for 3. He probably went for a fair market value. He didn't take a pay cut to stay here. And there's nothing wrong with him being a guy who comes and stays here, but Brendan Dillon didn't. I don't think, do you think Myers could have got more than 3? Do you think he could have got 4? Maybe he could have. I don't know. I loved Zadorov, but he wasn't even with us for a full season. You're right. But if he could get paid or head to a city he was more passionate about, good for him. Yep. Oh, Monty, I've been ranting for like so long. Vancouver was predicted as cup contender next by Sports Illustrated. Yes. Wasabi, something spicier than soy. Wasabi. Well, if we have Demko, we win game 2, so I'd say we'd win in 5. Okay, Jack, that's good. Canada versus US create huge disparity. Yep. We have not heard any news on Demko's health. No. Yeah, Monty, huge discrepancy in taxes between Canada and the United States. It's brutal. Alvin and Rutherford cooked. Going after players that can balance out the lines rather than overpaying 2 guys was a smart move at the end of the day. You're probably right, Jeevan. If we got higher taxes, we should vote in a new government. Just saying. What is today's topic? Bob and Doug McKenzie needs to know. I don't know what you're talking. Oh, I see. Dude, the topic today is about Zadorov. And why is he a Bruin and not a Vancouver Canuck? Juleson throws some massive hits. Yep, I love him. Made some mistakes in the playoffs, but he's been in the press box for a while. Yep. But he still played 54 games with us last year. Team Canada. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, the soccer team made the semifinals. That's cool. Also, keep an eye out for, I don't know who that is. Good puck mover. What team does he play for? And will be cheap with an 8 deep blue line. Okay. Jack posted what team he plays for. It's pretty poetic how Zadorov and Lindy both signed in Boston. I know, man. I mean, everyone had him rumored, Lindholm going to Boston. There was a rumor that Lindholm almost got traded to Boston at the trade deadline anyway, so that's interesting. Throw out a stat that we replaced Zadorov by hits by 200 hits with the replacements. Is that correct? No. Let me show that to you again. Okay. Big blue line. Okay, let's bring down the comment so you can see this. Where am I going here? I'm in the wrong spot. Okay, so hits. We're not going to put in Juleson here because he's a right-handed shot defenseman. Okay, everyone. But we brought in Forbert. So if you say, okay, say like he plays double this games. Okay, he's playing 70 games. He's literally at basically at the same hits. That's what we need to do. It's not Forbert and Desjardins, but if you do Desjardins and him, then it's a lot more. Yeah, it's a lot more. But I'm just saying Forbert is the guy who's going to be playing his spot. But we'll see. We'll see what the stats look like at the end of the year, everyone. But I don't think that's how. I don't know. It depends on how you want to look at it. There's nothing wrong if that's how you want to look at it. DeBrusk plays two-way hockey and drives it out. I love that about him. Oh, he's an LTRR case. Bobby Leonard Doozy had our best chance and threw his purse at it. Okay. We also have to hope DeBrusk stays healthy. That's true. Good point. As in the past 4 years, he's missed a lot of games except last year. Well, that's because he drives to the net. Jack is not crazy. He's a good dude. Marcia Show had 70 points to DeBrusk's 40 points. Both got 5.5 and Mill. Yeah, and okay. So I think DeBrusk is overpaid as well. You and I both wanted Marcia Show over DeBrusk. Marcia Show did not want to come to Vancouver, everyone. And I think the overpay is actually the term, not necessarily the money Japan for. I think that's why he came to Vancouver. He got the term and the money. Yeah. Let's just relax. DeBrusk is younger and time to develop. Could be the next. Yeah, he could be. You never know. We'll see. Okay. Hello. Hey, Chris. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Okay. I don't know why, but I feel like nobody talked about the Oilers versus Stars series. What happened to the Stars? It seemed like after the second or third game, they just didn't care and ran out of juice. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't follow the Stars enough. And to be honest, I didn't really watch that series very much because I just was still salty that we lost. Marcia Joe is signed until he's 39, and that is all as in a no tax state, not comparable. Okay. That's a good point. Would have we beaten the Stars if they played like that? It's possible. I think we could have. Especially if we had Demko back. Free agent on the Flames. Okay. Oh, he ain't coming. He's okay. You don't like him. Okay. That's what we're talking about here. We get to play Messi's Argentina in the semifinals. Okay. That'll be interesting. Sweden is 7th in IIHF standings. Canada's 1st. USA 6th. Wow. Wild. Bing. Oh, by the way, good to see you, Bing Kang Warrior. Good to have you here. Off topic, but we've heard anything about dates for the Young Stars tournament in Penticton. It's always the same time. I've been to that tournament tons. I've loved being there. I saw Brock Besser in his rookie season. I saw McDavid in his rookie season. I saw Horvat in his rookie season. I saw Demko in his rookie season play there. I saw Johnny Gaudreau play there. Ehlers, whatever you want to call. I think it's Ehlers. Who else did I see play there? Lots of guys there. So it's a great tournament. I highly recommend you going there. Dallas looked unbeatable, then folded. Yeah. I mean, I'll give the Oilers some credit. I think his name is around Desharnais. Yes, you're right. Casey says Desharnais sounds more like a hot dog condiment than a hockey player. Forbert, Qbert. I had the Stars favored to win if it wasn't us. To win the cup? Oh, interesting. I think Dallas's senior citizens did them in. I mean, it's tough hockey, right? In that third round. You've been playing for a long time. We're paying Marchessault the same as the Bruins. Yes, we are. We might as well have gotten Kubert instead of Forbert. Is Demko better than Ottinger? He looked unstoppable in the playoffs before they ran into McDavid. I think Demko is better than Ottinger, and he was this season. So, just my opinion. But I think Ottinger's a great goaltender. So, that's no disrespect to Ottinger. I just think they're both close. I think they're really close. Zadorov turned down basically the same offer to play in Boston. Watch him. No, I don't know if he's going to suck. But he could. He could. We were robbed from an Ottinger versus Bobby or Demko. Yeah, wouldn't that be great? Bobrovsky versus Demko, that would have been awesome. Instead, it's Skinner. Are you kidding me? You saw Shogun, Jake, level. I did. I was there for that. I was literally there for that. My son and I went. It was incredible. Demko, Vezina next year is possible if he stays healthy. Absolutely. All right, everyone. It's almost been an hour. I wanted to talk about Zadorov being a Bruin and how I'm tough. That I'm still sad about it. I don't know when I'm going to get over it. Honestly, it might take me into the next season, this next season, to get over it. I don't know. I have to see these other guys play first. But it's sad for me. I'm sad about it. I am a sad man about this. So, but it's okay. It doesn't affect my life at all. It just is what it is. It's just sports, everyone. But I'm sad to see him go. This is my last official Zadorov video. Thank you for all of you guys and girls who've been here, not only tonight, but all the Zadorov videos I've made. Appreciate you all. Hope you have a great weekend. And I'm planning on streaming tomorrow night, Saturday night as well. I'm just figuring out, I might do one about Canuck lines tomorrow night and go through it again. I've got some ideas of things how I think we could be more successful. So why don't you join me tomorrow night? Maybe I'll do a totally different topic. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure I'll land there. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Appreciate you a ton. And, of course, always, we still cheer our team on. Go, Canucks, go.